Yep. Thank you.
We're up here in northeastern Wisconsin, late May. I think we're gonna have a pre-spawn, possibly spawn, possibly post-spawn. It could be either of those three. Bite today, but we're looking for them on a little bit of top water. Water temp right now is 57, and my philosophy with the top is never be afraid, even if it's a little cold. So we're gonna see if we can find a few on a new river, new stretch of river I've never done. So 2 people along, 2 hacks, Jeff and Scott. But of course, I'm the one who hasn't put a fish in the boat yet, so I gotta get on it, get the skunk out of the boat. It's been quite a while since I made a river video. I understand that. This is Riverman TV, people. We gotta get going. Luckily, work is winding down, finishing up some other things. So there's gonna be lots of fishing to be done here in the future. Let's see if we can find a few under this bridge. Plop them out. And plop them out from front. Ooh. Fish on, baby. Oh, it's a big one, dude. Holy crap, it's a giant. It's a giant. Oh, he's got one hook. Oh, yeah. Let's go, baby. Woo! Whopper, plopper, late May. That's a 20. It's gotta be 20. Let's go. It's a nice one. Not quite 20. 19 and change though. All right. Wanted to get one last look, but that'll have to do. Jeff's on a big one.
I landed her. Then my rod fell in somehow. Fish is in the boat.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's a nice one. Oh yeah, dude. So I think we're still trying to figure out what these fish are. Scott saw a bed and got bit by it. We're catching them in slack water, which smallies are gonna spawn in. And they do not like stuff over their bed either. They don't like it on it, they don't like it over it. So it's possible that these fish could be on beds, could be catching males garden, could be garden fry. Let's catch a few more. Look at those locations. One thing to consider in the springtime, especially if you want to throw top water, is not just water temperature, but it's going to be what has the river been like for the fish, because up here on this river specifically, it was blown out a week and a half to 2 weeks ago. Before that, we had a streak of 70 and 80 degree weather that some fish for sure pulled up and spawned and finished. But then there were quite a few fish that were probably just getting on beds, and then all of a sudden the river shot up freaking 6-7 feet, and those just got blown to shreds. It's possible that there are fish still trying to spawn and the water temperature doesn't really mean as much. So some people say, oh, it's not 60 degrees, they're not spawning, oh, the water's too cold to throw top water, but that's just not the case, especially if 2 weeks ago the water shot up to mid 60s for a couple days. So water temperature just isn't the end all be all for whether you should throw top water or what kind of fish you're looking for post spawn or pre-spawners. It definitely is a factor that matters at certain times, but you got to take into account the whole picture. That's another good one. It was that pause, tap, tap, smack. Okay, chill out. Chill out. You ain't going nowhere. You are not going anywhere. Probably 18 or so. Nice little 17 and change. Oh, got it somehow. Oh, just nipped it. There we go, got him on the craw. That's a pretty good fish. Oh, that's a tank. That's a tank. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whew. That's a tank. Threw in with the Whopper Plopper. Oh my God, that's a tank. Threw in with the Whopper Plopper, didn't quite get it. 2 casts with the craw. Dunzo. Gosh, look at that one. Guys, that one is a nice one. Pushing 20 inches. Hit one lure and it didn't quite get it, and then I threw in a craw. Smacked that. That is a perfect example of why you always have a follow-up bait with topwater. Even the first cast, if it doesn't bite, keep tossing, because they're there, you know they're there. And the structure here is all these roots, but there's actually pretty good chunk rock down there too, so I think that matters. A little bit upstream of here, it was just grass and some small kind of gravelish sporadic rock, but all this hard cover, the roots and the rock right by each other. That's why I turned around and wanted to fish this going upstream nice and slow, because even up there's some of it. So one thing I was telling Jeff about my retrieve with the plopper, and Scott and I do this a lot, we throw it in there, let it sit, and pop it twice, and then start reeling it back. And if they don't get it on one of those first 2 pops, it seems like a smallmouth will almost always hit it if they're in there. as it runs away, as it runs out at that higher speed. And if you've ever thrown a Whopper Plopper enough, you know that once you burn it back to the boat, you end up getting a lot of bites, even though you're not really intending to. So in this situation, I think if fish are up on beds, that those 2 pops give them a second to kind of get defensive and then come up and smack it, either before it runs away or kind of as it does. At that point, I think they're just trying to get it away, as I think that last fish demonstrated that. Oh, there should have been one up there. Denied. Whoa, holy crap. Oh, that's another tink. Gosh. It's another freaking tank. Man, I made a bad cast. I got rejected by a branch. And he hit it anyway. Red eye. It's 19.5, guys. It's a long one. Scrappy river fish right there. Look at all that foam. That's how you know.
On the pause. Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
Right on the pause. We figured it out.
The pause is real, dude.
Pause is real.
And one just did it to me.
This is a big one.
It's a nice one. Oh yeah. You got the like the clown color Whopper Plopper, something like that.
It's got just a chartreuse belly.
This is a massive swirler.
Yeah, I'm looking horrible. Take one rod out and one's on the ground.
There's one.
There we go. I didn't hear that flop very well.
Kind of sucked it up. Does that count as a double if yours is still in the boat, or did you already release it?
I released it.
18 something. I don't know if it's 18 even or 18.25, but I've just been taking pictures
That's how I have now.
to check. Or, well, I'll check later, but
Check it later.
I don't think it's gonna help the cause for my tournament, but that's still a nice one. We're gonna call that small for today. Oh, that was a tank. Alright y'all, well, turned the cameras off. We've had a little lull, had a little snack, went and talked to Scott. Jeff caught a good one, Scott caught 4. Scott kind of told me what he was doing and I tried to do the same thing, and this was the result. So we're gonna put the hat cam back on after we get this guy measured and get back to it. Hopefully catch a few more big ones. Hey. Well y'all, I don't know what the deal is. The bite has completely shut down. Had some short strikes on top, and since then have not been getting any bites. Granted, this stretch is a little bit different than the one we started on. Has less slack water where we were finding them, less hard bottom, a lot more wood, and just overall a lot more depth and current. Not as many turns. So I'm not sure what's influencing the bite shutting down, but threw on the spinnerbait and no bites on that either. So I'm running out of ideas because they won't touch anything on the bottom. I've had fish come up and hit the plopper, and usually you can go back into something else, and they're just not going after it. So I'm gonna keep looking. I'd like to get 100 inches of smallmouth today. I've got 2 over 19, 1 over 20, a couple 18s, 17s, and something. So it's been a good day in terms of the quality of bites, but here recently been a little slow. So let's go see if we can get a few more. Giant. That might be 20. Alright guys, hat cam's off, this cam's on. It's been slow, I've been falling asleep almost. The plopper just hasn't been getting bit like crazy, but drew another quality strike. This is a 19 1/4, almost 19 1/2, long lanky guy. Nice long river fish. I thought you would have learned your lesson by now. Anytime you fish in Wisconsin, you bring rain gear.
Get over here with the fishing
All right. One more cast. The bigs are turned on now, baby.
Yeah, let's go.
Come on. Give us some glory shots. We'll just hold it like it's a fucking pipe. Can we use one sideways real quick? Get your hand out the way. Show off that belly. Can't see how fast she is. Look his hand. Oh my god. Hold it up like an actual fish picture. You ain't never had a big one.
Yeah, I usually support under the belly.
I needed that one though. Thanks for stealing it. Very considerate, Scott.
Well, I'll tell you where it is. In the freaking inside the
Well, I think that's going to do it for today, y'all. Ended up being tough at times, but worth the quality bite for sure. Lots of good fish. First topwater fish of the year, first 20 of the year, so happy about all that. This is a beautiful stream. Beautiful day up here in Wisconsin despite the rain. So we're going to get back and get at it tomorrow someplace else. So, thanks for tuning in. Like, subscribe, and if you don't want to subscribe, it's alright because I'll be out here going fishing anyway.